twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the Detroit Lions. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you could have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
The drive will begin with a run by Benson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
2nd and 10.
Come on.
They'll look to throw. Pass complete to Loveland. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trey Benson, 15 yards. And the Bills are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. A run for the first time of Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. Now he's going to step up and run. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. He's into space past the 25. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. And even 40 yards. Detroit Lions. They'll run with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Travis Hunter, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball...
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Christian Watson, 68 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. They'll look to throw. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Room to run at the 50. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And just shedding him off there. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Bijan Robinson, 37 yards. And the Lions have come back to make it a 2-point game. Extra point splits the uprights. And this is now a 1-point game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First down, Bills.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 61 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, 1 quarter in the books. The Bills with the early advantage. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Here we go. Start.
They'll look to throw here. Touchdown, Bills! Trey Benson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Cut my team. Cut my team.
They'll try and throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got it at the 2. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here at the 38. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. They'll run it here with Robinson. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually...
Touchdown, Detroit! Travis Hunter, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. We've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. There's the stiff arm. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Bates.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Gets by him. Now a hit and a loose football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Here's 2nd and 10. A give up the middle with Benson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trey Benson with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. And And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime, and to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels.
And 8 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Lions.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Let's go now.
First down. First and 10 at the 47.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
15 more yards. That's another Detroit Lions.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. Only able to gain a couple there. And it's second down.
Cougar 19.
Brings up second down.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jameson Williams, 33 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
He'll drop to throw. And pass caught, it's Williams. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
And his kick is indeed good, and they have regained the lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021,
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ballgame as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go, Edie.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Shotgun snap and a give to Benson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 13 yards out. And the Bills have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
Bills 35, Lions 31.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tyler Warren, 39 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. No matter what the defense throws at them, they feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
11 on the play. And the Bills
Ready. Check smash. Check smash. Panther 60. 79. Go.
Looking to throw. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Trey Benson with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bills have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
38.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 30.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They begin the drive with Robinson. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one, but occasionally the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly, maybe someone too.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker.
Panther 11.
They'll try and throw for it here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Time to get down to the nitty-gritty, the 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll decide to keep this once more. He pitches him. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
He'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Dragon 60.
They'll drop to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A short one there, caught by Warren. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
All to give. Here's Robinson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got this complete to Williams. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. The rookie from Texas Tech on target there. It's a 1st down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Okay,
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes his down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners. Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary. That's what we just saw, isn't it?
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Robinson again. And this time we're running to a wall right at the 4-yard line.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And in from the Lions, touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. This is 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. And two big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done.
And he can't get the throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. He'll look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like having there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
On third down, here's Benson. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They can't tackle it. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's the Bills kickoff unit out as they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Okay,
here's first down.
19, let's go now.
Back to throw. That is caught by Hunter. And he'll have a first down, but a great tackle. There keeps him from getting to the boundary. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that's going to be incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Man open is Robinson. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the officials saw as this play will stand as is. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Here's second down and 3.
brings up 2nd and 3.
He's back to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. This ball intercepted. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for it. The problem now is if they are